Another typical day. It's Wednesday, October the 18th. We're getting ready to leave our non-typical albergue. We had a private room again last night. The bags are ready. It's 7:15. We're going downstairs to drop the one bag, the big blue one, for the transport, grab some breakfast, and we'll be on the road by 7:45. Correct?
Correct. We are on our way.
Correct. So it's 7:45. We had our breakfast. It's still dark, and actually the official sunrise is not until 8:49 here in Spain. Although we'll be able to see well by 8:30. And the first little part is here in town, so it doesn't matter that much. So it's now 8:20 a.m. We've walked just a little bit over half an hour. We've been safely out of town for about 15 of those minutes. I see the fog lying there. Last night we had a good rain for a good portion of the night. The guy at the restaurant this morning, I think, told me that the threat of fires is over for the foreseeable future, so that's good news. And it's also good news that the rain came at night, and it looks like it's going to be a great day, at least for the first part of it. Necessary part of leaving early in the morning is the headlamp, especially when you get into a little bit of a covered area. We're in a wooded path right now, and that's my wife walking by. Buen camino, Lorraine.
Buen camino.
It's now 8:45. The sun is almost up. We've come out of the trees and onto a fairly busy stretch of road, but we're going back off of that very quickly. Buen camino. By the way, the plan today is to walk 20 kilometers, just over 20 kilometers, less than 21. Past Arzua. We started in Melide. We're going past Arzua about 5 kilometers to a little village with a private pension where 6 of us who have been together for the past 3 or 4 nights are planning to meet for this evening. One of the things this part of the Camino is noted for is its country landscape. We've come through all the mountains a long time ago now, and now it's just walking through beautiful scenery, up and down some pretty significant hills occasionally. We're going to start crossing little rivers today, and so every one of those has a 50 or 100 meter hill associated with it. But basically, how I describe this is very pastoral. It's one of my favorite parts of the walk. One of the little surprises of this part of the Camino was the eucalyptus forests. And we've come through significant amounts of them already, so I'm just going to take this young one and take a little video here and show you that. You could smell it. It's a beautiful smell, also a beautiful walk. Another part that this part of the Camino is known for, at least the town that we were in last night, the town of Melide, is the pulpo, which is a very strong, it's octopus cooked in some strong spices, and we enjoyed it last night, but it's not something I'm going to do every night. In fact, as Lorraine just enjoyed one bite. One thing that we do almost every day as soon as we're able, usually it's 6 kilometers, sometimes 12 kilometers, sometimes a little before that, is stop at a local bar or cafe. Westerners like to call those things cafes, and have a coffee and some more toast or something like that. So we've been on the road about an hour and a half, so here's what we'll do right now. Does that sound good to you?
Coffee in the toilet. Yay!
Oh, toilet. I said toast, not toilet. Sometimes the cafe con leche grande is really grande, like today, and since we're walking, we'll have a little cake for breakfast. Two things today, or three actually. We're in and out of roadsides, we're in and out of valleys, and we're in and out of sunshine. Places where there are some beautiful scenery throughout this day. One thing that is not uncommon on the Camino are biker pilgrims. Just happen to have my camera open when this one comes by. Hola.
Hola.
Buen camino.
Buen camino. Yeah.
Harder going uphill. It'll be nice going down. Buen camino. Not sure if you can see this or not, but if anybody ever tells you that Galicia is flat, don't believe them. The guidebooks show this to be very easy, and it's not difficult, but neither is it insignificant. We go down into and out of several little river valleys throughout this day, and the accumulation of elevation changes becomes fairly countable before the day is done. This is about the 5th valley that we've been in and out of today. All is well. Also not uncommon, so after 15 kilometers of meandering through countryside and little villages, we enter the town or perhaps small city of Arzua. We'll meander through this and then another 5 kilometers or so before checking in for the day. There's the ubiquitous pharmacia. 4 or 5 or more in almost every town. Even little villages have one or two. So after wandering for about 20 or 25 minutes through the town, stopping getting some fruit for this afternoon, getting a little confused at the end of the town, we found back to our friendly marker that tells us we're on the right road. Buen camino! A little bit of sharing the road this afternoon. Drawing very near to the finish of our 20 kilometers for today, and just like almost every day, the last kilometer or so is 1 kilometer or so too far. You'd kind of drag in, put your feet one in front of the other. If you do that enough more times, you'll get there. So, here we go. Let's go, feet.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Don't often get to see this on the Camino, but here they are just before our albergue, which is right down in there, building a new highway. And for the first time ever, we have gone off of the Camino, 0.8 kilometers to Camino dos Ocas for our stopping spot. We were going to stop a little bit earlier today, but our friends decided they were going to come here, so we did as well. We hope it's worth it. It's 10 minutes off the trail, which means tomorrow we have to walk 10 minutes back up the hill.
I'm glad I'm home.
So I'm glad she's home.
I'm tired.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, we all gather around the table and we eat. Well, we do it for Lucky. Right, ladies? We do it for Lucky. But we're eating at this end of the table. Buen provecho.